What's up, people? Hey, I'm just going over this video that Dale just put out not too long ago. Um, what he said about my son and everything. I mean, what kind of father would do that to a 16-year-old kid? Tell him you want to come home, sleep on the porch in a storm and stuff. Tells you what kind of person he is. You know, throws my daughter out, get out. That's his theory on everything. You don't like his rules? Get out. And he keeps talking about, that he has to smoke weed and everything because he's disabled and all that kind of stuff. But he doesn't smoke it in front of the kids. Well, on his videos, you can see him smoking weed right in front of the kids. I mean, on this last one, he told Star to, shut off the alarm clock. So those kids are there. Now, I don't know why him and her just don't see that they're hurting themselves more and more by going on there and trashing people. Um, go find your daughter, man. What's wrong? Just go find your daughter. Huh? All you can do is point fingers at other people when you know you're the parent. Anything goes on in that house, it's your fault. Everything's your and Lisa's fault. Nothing can change that. I think I should just go and do my own research. Go and see if I can find Stephanie myself. Because I am very anxious to find out why this little girl went missing. You two lie constantly. Just constantly. Everybody can see it. I told you 100 times you're just putting yourself under the dirt. I mean, everything you just said on that video shows what kind of person you are. You call Austin a son of a bitch, and you say, well, he's my boy and everything. But yet you said you hated him for a while there. That you were going to bring him to me and all that kind of stuff. Why? I think even at that age, Austin knew right from wrong. And I think he saw things. And I think he's went over like friends' houses, like you say, and they explained to him exactly what life should be like. Not the way you people live. I don't know what else to say about this shit. I mean, yeah, your wife's a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. Always been a piece of shit. I mean, I've even got this Richard Jackson wanting to talk to me now. No, I haven't talked to Chris or anything, but I can see where he's coming from. And I can definitely tell him exactly who and how you are. That was the whole point of me being on these videos, was to prove to people what kind of people they are dealing with up there. Now, I've told Maine, I've told State Trooper, I've told all of them up there what kind of people you are. If one of those kids come up missing and they didn't listen, who's that going to be on? They need to really dig in and really look and see what you people are doing. What What benefit am I going to get out of this? Nothing. What? To tell the truth? Let people know how you all act? What to expect from you all? I mean, look at how you've been acting ever since you went missing. You start screaming and everything that you hated that I even got involved. Because you know what I was going to do. You know I would come out and tell people the real truth about y'all. And that's just facts, man. That's facts. You go and you say, you're not scared of me or whatever else. I don't care. Because the truth is, why would you run to the police? Why would you be so worried I'm going to come up there and shoot you or whatever? You're just backtracking everything you say. Take some advice, man. Go find your daughter. Stop worrying about all this other bullshit. People are going to look at you like dirt no matter what you do. You know why? Because you suck at being a parent. You put your kids in a tent. You live the way you live. And you think it's okay. This is fine. I will live out in the backwoods. All the world is bad. The world's full of demons. At school, kids are, picking on your kids or whatever. When I said that's what kids do, literally, I don't know a kid yet that does say something about another kid. Okay, that's facts too. You like saying facts. So you can document this too. You and Lisa are at fault here. Whether you want to believe it or not, you are. You were the parents. You know what you're supposed to have done. You didn't do it. Now you're on there admitting to another thing. That you don't feel right around little girls. You're paranoid. Why? They're just kids. Why you gotta be paranoid when you go around some kids, even your own? That don't sound right. I mean, no parent should be paranoid to be around their kid. I mean, you're talking about red flags. Holy shit. People, listen to what he just said. He gets paranoid around girls. Okay? Oh, and I do know why Lisa and Haley was in a heated argument. She told me. It's because she tried to tell Lisa that you raped her. And Lisa did not want to listen to her. You say you don't know what the argument was about? That's what Haley told me. Straight from her mouth. You just throw her out too, huh? That's how you deal with a problem. You get rid of them. You throw your kids out. Is that what you did with Stephanie too? You got rid of her because she wouldn't obey your rules or do whatever you want her to do. That's what's wrong. That's what's wrong. You couldn't control her, and she did not want to live there with you no more. So what did you do? Probably told her to get out by the time you and Lisa got home. I mean, there was people saying that you was telling her to start calling you stepdad and everything. Why? Why you want to do that for? It's your daughter. You guys just amaze me with all the shit that you're doing. You say your kids eat, thickish pork chops and all this. Well, that's fine. You can feed your kids. You give them proper, showers or anything like that. You take the kid, the clothes to the laundromat, do all that kind of stuff. Yay, good for you. But they ain't a way to live for a kid. Those kids want to be able to go and meet people, to get out in public, do what they want to do as a child, not be tied up in that little hut. Every time that one video you got of Lisa yelling at me and stuff, I really have to laugh because the only thing I can picture is Hatchet Face's face on there, on that video. As soon as she opens her mouth, "Well, Billy, you got a problem with me?" And I just have to laugh, man, because it's hilarious. It is. Y'all are just a waste of time anymore. I mean, it's like somebody on that video comment, I thought you made a channel about your daughter and everything, but apparently you made a channel about all this bad people around you. They're bad, you're good type scenario. If the kids don't do what you want, then what? You got to get rid of them. You was going to get rid of Austin too, right? The funny thing is it if it was really one of your kids, I don't think you would have done it. Being the fact that it was my kid, you didn't care. You could give a shit less about those kids. And I think Austin saw it. And I think that he was retaliating. Where else could Austin go? 16 years old? I don't blame him. I would have done whatever you would have said too if I was him at the time. Probably had no money, nowhere to go, and you make him stay on a porch in a rainstorm. Dad of the year there, man. Who treats kids like that? I don't understand. You said they were under my control and everything, and they were used to my ways. You know why? Because my ways was the normal ways. They got to do whatever they wanted to do. They had friends they could run in. Hell yeah, they'd run around that trailer park. Go and play with the neighbors' kids. Whatever they want to do. Not be cooped up, pinned up, and isolated. Because, the world is such a bad place. You know who sounds like that? A cult leader. Yep. You're the wacko from Waco, I guarantee it. Everything you think of, it's got to be your way. Even this whole thing here, you're running the whole shebang. You're just telling everybody, well, my family's been cleared and all this. Oh, I don't think they have. I don't think they've been cleared. No. I think they're just laying around and waiting, just like me. Because when that girl is found, whatever's left of her, or if she's alive, or whatever, they'll find out the truth. Now, I'm telling you, if you are not molesting these girls, then you should not be paranoid to be around your own child, your own girls, alone. I don't get that. That's the biggest red flag I've ever seen. If you can't feel comfortable around them, if nobody else is there, because you say, you're paranoid. Why? You're scared they're going to go and say something. Well, if you're not doing anything, then you have nothing to be paranoid about. Right? But you just admitted it. You should never be paranoid around a child. I mean, come on, folks. He can say all this other bullshit all he wants, but if you're paranoid to be around a little girl, alone with a little girl, don't that sound awkward? I mean, anybody with a brain can see this. This is so red flagged. Might as well droop a giant red flag over his whole hut with a neon red sign pointing down to it. It says, "Hey, I'm a lying piece of shit, and I admit it in front of people." People don't have to believe what I say, because what's going to happen is they're going to look back on all this and they're going to say, "Oh shit, he was telling the damn truth. Look at what happened." When that little girl is found, and I'm praying that they find her soon, and she's alive, I really want her to be found alive so she can tell her story and catch up. That's right. Catch up with everything that you and Lisa have been doing. I've been saying it all along. A child will not run away from home. The only way she will run away from home is if she just got tired of your ass, got tired of Lisa, or felt threatened, or just felt that she didn't belong no more. And a child shouldn't feel like that either, now should she? Something's going on. That's all I know I say. I know how you people are. I know what people in Maine think of you. I definitely know what your neighbors think about you, because I wouldn't be here talking if you all didn't fuck up. I mean, it was Doug Hensley that told me the first time he met Austin and everything. Austin told him, my dad beats me because I deserve it. I mean, why would Doug lie to me about that? He don't know me. He was just had concerns that, maybe y'all had kidnapped my kids. Why would a man have to lie to me? Other neighbors with Doug on one day recall seeing Stephanie playing in a tree, saying she's running away from home. So apparently, yeah, it wasn't the first time she's tried. It's sad that this child is missing. And it's very sad that y'all didn't see any of this coming. But you gotta quit blaming everybody else and look on the inner parts of the household. You think everything's okay there at your household now? Watch. Something will blow up. One of the kids will go run away again. Whatever. Go to people at school or whatever. And something's going to be said. And you'll be blaming everybody else. And you know, smoking marijuana right there. And the kids are right there. Great parent. Outstanding. You and Lisa both don't deserve those kids. You don't deserve to have children in your possession. You are using those children, is what you are doing. You're using them for food stamps, using them for anything else. And I know that you're probably taking Austin's check and using it, as you say, he's helping the family. Yeah, I bet he is. You've turned my kids on me, and I know you have. You want to know why? Because whenever they used to come see me, when it was visit time with me, and I was getting ready to drop them off up there at that McDonald's and wait on you all, Star called me Dad. And Austin jumped right out of that back seat and said, "He's not your dad." And I asked him, "Why did he say that?" And he said, "Because Mom says that you're not her real dad." I knew y'all were doing this from a long time ago. It's funny, I got a video of the last time they was at my trailer. It's on my channel. And guess what? You know, if Austin was so scared that Dad did all this to his mom, why is he there? I got pictures of it too whenever they come. He was glad and happy to be there. I bought a swimming pool, put it out in the front. Me, him, and Star get in there, play in a swimming pool. They were all giggling, laughing, and everything else. Ain't nobody was worried what Dad was so violent and all this kind of shit. Whatever you want to put on me. Even the neighbors saw it. The neighbor across the street, she thought it was so great to see them kids with their dad again. Her name was Shannon Osborne. Real funny. You said that you never even met Lisa, right? Okay, that was another thing that should have been a red flag, because what mother would take and run with their kids to a stranger that she's never met? Come on. Really? And y'all play house or something? No. You were up there seeing her. Yeah, it was all that and more, because it was all of her co-workers that told me about it. See, they didn't want to get involved whenever Lisa was up there. But when Lisa left, they didn't fear nothing. They told me everything. They told me about things that I didn't even had no clue was going on. You know why? Because I was at home with kids. She was up there with you. but I'm the bad parent. You make me look like a demon. I'm the bad guy. I'm supposed to be so violent and everything. I've been in these grandkids' lives ever since they've been born. Ain't never, these kids could tell you right now, they've never been threatened by me at all. I could blow that out of the water any second. But I'm just gonna wait. I got plenty of time. I don't have to be up there. Think about it. I don't have to be there. These people want me there, though. They were willing to get me a plane ticket, or somebody was willing to come get me, let me stay at their house. Now, if you wasn't such a big threat, they wouldn't be willing to do that. They wouldn't be willing to come and get me. They are concerned about the rest of those kids. They're concerned about why Stephanie's gone. And they needed me to tell them what happened. What happened between me and Lisa and those kids. And they are very concerned. You cannot blame people for being concerned. But you can blame yourselves.